Welcome back to Fixing with Friends. Today we're back, I know it's been a while, we're back working on the Mustang. I want to close this series out, so I'm going to try and put out a few of the videos on it and then we'll move on to other stuff. Finally, today we're working on sort of merging and adapting the fuel system, because the newer engines have a non-return system and the fuel rail for the old one is a return system, and so you want the new one to run on a return system. So we're going to be sort of merging the two together and going from there. Let's get to work. Alright, so first things first, we need to merge the new fuel system with the old fuel system so that we can run the return line and I don't have to do lots of other stuff to make the returnless system actually work. So basically what's going to be happening is this line is going to be tapped in here to this line, and this line is going to be, I guess, severed on this end, and we'll run this kind of parallel down here and then out to the return, and this will just plug in here, theoretically. Well, to my knowledge, there's no good way of disconnecting these hoses, or else I would have done that instead of cutting it. But, I mean, maybe I have some fuel hose lying around, but I'd rather just reuse what I have. I wonder if I can use some snips to grab it. That might work best. So considering how little fuel lines cost and how annoying this is, I'm just going to cut this also. Here, so I'll show you what I mean. So there's another sleeve entirely. Even cutting it is a pain. What is this made out of? I throw. Let's see if it will come off now. PVC is what I think this is made out of. It's a stupid material. I still have to cut it more. Let's see if this works without breaking everything. Because if I break this line, that's be gentle. There we go. I can leave that side hooked up. Might actually be enough hose to cut it out. We'll see. We'll see. Well, this is sketchy. We'll see how this goes. at that. It won't cut through that little tiny thing. Environmental fatigue. So I looked into spacing with the intake manifold on, and I can either move this coolant hose, which really has no need for running around the back. It could run around the front. Honestly, I'm not even sure why they didn't just run it with the rest anyway, just to simplify it a bit. But I can either move this, put like a hose in, and just route it wherever I want, which might be the best bet, but I mean the easiest bet I think is just to like I can fit this in this space if I move this hose. Otherwise I'm going to be putting it down here, I think, and then running a bendy hose from here into there, which, yeah. Alright, so the old one is here, the new one is here. Neither of them are really ideal, so I'm going to be, I think, taking the old one and cutting the new one down here. The old one I might just be able to twist off. These double-lined hoses are a pain in the... It's back on. I don't remember where this hose goes, which is a bit concerning. Away, wasp. Doesn't appear to have a direction, so here's hoping. Oh, this is going to be quite the pain, isn't it? Best for a cracked sternum. About here is probably good. There. So it should actually fit in behind as it is now, but I think I'm going to extend that section of hose there just to space it out a little bit more. It will make joining that hose to this one a bit easier, so it's less sharp of a bend. If it's spaced out further, it'll also give me some more clearance. I don't think it's sitting on this one down here, but it might be, and if it's further apart, I don't have to worry. Well, so much for saving on hose. Alright, so this is where I've settled on. It's basically in the same place, just a little bit further back, a little bit more clearance. There's a couple places I could mount this. I'm thinking right down there to the cylinder head, making a little L bracket, or U, I guess. L, U, either one. No, it'll definitely be like maybe a J bracket. We'll call it a J bracket. I'm gonna make a J bracket. Yeah, and then throw it more or less where it is. I could put it up a bit, I could put it underneath, but if it's underneath then everything gets really tight, and I'm more for ease of access. Nice if I had a hose cutting thing, but I don't. So. Yeah, might have even cut that too long. Yeah, about an inch too long. I'll come back to that if I have extra. Hopefully that hose isn't going to be the problem, because then I'll have to go under. I no longer have enough hose for that. Should have done that. It's a pretty sharp bend though. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what we see. It's not like this is expensive. Well, where do I want this hose to be? I can make it however long I want. That may cause problems, but we'll see. We shall see. In worst case, I can slide this down here. It can sit like that. Yes. Yeah, that fits. Knowing these were softer than what I was originally looking at, I should have just bought smaller hoses. But no, I just bought the size that seemed to make sense because it was what I was looking for before in the more rigid hoses. So, I just realized I can just hook the battery up without putting the intake manifold back on to charge the fuel line and see if it leaks before I assemble everything. So, let's give that a try. This is most certainly the wrong size of battery. Alright, you keep watch. doesn't have any fuel in it yet. Well, there's no fuel leaking yet, so that's a good sign. Alright, thank you for watching. Next episode we're going to be sort of throwing the rest of the engine back together, giving it a try, seeing if it starts, and then throwing the rest of the car together. Well, there's going to be a few more episodes after that, and finally we can get to the conclusion. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.